My first meal today, I actually ordered Chick-fil-A. So before anyone says anything about ordering out food, don't do it, I disagree. I will be, for these 100 days, there will be times where I order food. This isn't gonna be an overnight transformation. I'm not just going to wake up on day one and be a completely different Amberlynn Reid. This is going to be no walk in the park. We're gonna be swimming through a tsunami just because I start a new program.
Okay, so two things on this one, right? For one, nobody expects you to change overnight. It's all about small changes every single day, or changes that you can make in order to reduce the calories as much as possible in order to make a big impact over time. No one's telling you to go on a complete insane diet for right now so you can change overnight. Nobody's expecting that. And if anybody is expecting that from you, then they're just, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and you shouldn't even be talking to them anymore. Because if they were to actually tell you that, then they're just dumb. And second thing, fast food, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing to be doing. I mean, it is addictive, but calorie wise, at this point, like I said before, as much as she's eating 5,000, nothing fast food's not going to really put a dent into that, unless of course she gets super low quantity, high calorie stuff, I don't know, for example, syrup, or I guess I wouldn't say cheese, but things like that. Very they will not fill you up, but they have a ton of calories. I guess, for example, you could say ice cream. I don't know. Fast food to me isn't really the biggest deal. Obviously, it would be best without it, but if you need to have your quote unquote fix, then do that. But at least try to make a healthier option. Try to choose a healthier option that you can have, because there's a lot of actually healthier alternatives to for your fast food stuff. And no, I'm not talking about McDonald's salads, because those are ridiculous amount of calories, but I mean stuff for example, if you're gonna go out to eat, why don't you go and get some chicken and rice or something, get something like that. At least try to be healthier and have some food from that's not from your house, things like that.
Program doesn't mean that I'm just gonna change at the snap of a finger. It just doesn't work that way. She is getting bigger and bigger. Okay, so comments like this actually make me laugh, because I see them more when I'm losing weight. And I feel like we can all be delusional in our own way. I have been very delusional in the past.
You still are, because now we see this, right? I'm not sure how old these videos are, but it's kind of obvious that you really didn't change at all. You didn't really lose any weight. If anything, you gained a whole lot more. So, I mean, who's really delusional here? This is just kind of deflecting the issues from herself, she does not want to take any credibility. Just forcing it on their own audience. It's so dumb. Weight loss shouldn't be up to your audience for you to decide if I want to do it or not. No, it should just be you. Why do you have to tell your audience that it was your guys' fault or whatever that I didn't lose weight because you guys didn't keep me accountable? That's nobody's job but your own. I'm not sure why she's always just saying that they're delusional, or just straight up, I guess, I want to call it bullying, but saying stuff like that. She's getting bigger and bigger. I mean, they were right. Look at this now. Look at the times we're in. You are bigger. I mean, what are you going to say to that? It's just true. It happened. You got to own it and just take responsibility and get back to it. Are you going to do that? No, but you should.
Trust me, I still have my own little delusions. And I also firmly believe that when you want to see bad, you'll see bad. And when you want to see good, you'll see good. And there are a lot of people who firmly are delusional to the fact that I am losing weight currently because of my past, and I get that. I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm not going to change overnight, and things like this, comments like this is just pure delusion, because how can
the irony in this section? And again, you'll notice she's using "I'm not going to change overnight" as a crutch. she has to have something to put the blame on in order to keep doing her horrible habits, even though literally everybody's telling her, giving her the resources and giving her the support, and then she just throws it back in your face and says, no, I'm not going to do it because I still want to be lazy and not do any of the work and just keep eating as much as I do. That's kind of, it's really dumb. Like, secret between you and me, I only started weightlifting because I didn't really care to be strong. I mean, it was one thing, but I also just wanted to eat more, you know? Bigger muscles, bigger metabolism. You can eat more. I love eating. So a little tip for you guys. If you love eating and you don't want to gain weight, pick up, weight training. That's how you can eat more without gaining weight. It's true. I wouldn't obviously eat an entire like burrito or something after your first workout, but like over time, couple years, you'll get muscle. You'll be able to eat more. And I mean, that's what I'm doing. That's what I love. So that's just my advice to you guys.
I be getting bigger and bigger when I'm losing weight. So that's okay though. So my goals and plans for this week, I plan on paying attention to what I'm eating. And obviously I can't change overnight. You guys know I suffer with binge eating, which I do want to talk to you guys about because I was officially diagnosed with binge eating disorder by my therapist. It wasn't yesterday, but it was the day before.
And I've seen the message myself.
So yeah, and a lot of people are asking if I'm like an online therapist. I do have an online therapist, which works for me, for someone who, doesn't drive. And I thought this would work for me also because I was super nervous to see a therapist. And this is a 24/7 therapist. If you guys have ever heard of betterhelp.com, that is currently what I am using, and you guys should definitely check that out. I'm not sponsored for that. So yeah, obviously I can't change overnight. So what?
No, I mean, I don't think anyone expects you to change overnight. It's just...
Oh, yeah. At least she has some common sense. Like, at least she's telling her the truth. Nobody's expecting you to change overnight. That's not what people are asking you to do. Literally, nobody is saying for you to do that. We just want you to be 1% better every single day until it comes out to a huge change. Nobody wants you to do that entire change over your sleep. Nobody's asking you to do that. That'd be impossible. That'd be stupid. Nobody is asking you to do that. I don't understand why she keeps using it as a crutch. It is clear like denial of responsibility, and it's dumb. Why? Why do you refuse to take credibility for your own actions? Why?
I'm hoping that this will be a good wake-up call for us both, and we both literally start taking it seriously.
Yeah. Speaking of healthier options, I have a sweet tooth that don't quit. Like, I feel like my sweet tooth will always be there. Obviously, I can't just change overnight. So I tried to make
artificial sweeteners and zero sugar drinks.
Healthier sweet options, which who knows, these probably aren't even healthy either, but I feel like these are a lot better than me eating like big Reese cups every single night. So I just wanted to recommend them to you guys. These are...
Make your own then. You want to know how? Okay, let's see if I remember. Okay. Baking powder, a little bit of PB2. You could have chocolate, or I don't know if there's a peanut butter flavored protein powder. You can make protein, but let's just say chocolate, right? So PB2 powdered peanut butter, way less calories than actual peanut butter. You just add water. I think you could use a little bit of baking powder, some chocolate, protein powder. And if you want, you could put a little bit of milk, a little bit of artificial sweeteners if you really want that sweetness, but basically super low calorie, high protein. I wouldn't say it's filling, but you can make a lot of it. You'd have a bunch of protein in that too. So I'm just saying you can make your own. Obviously, it's not going to be just as good. Fuck no, nobody's saying that. It's going to be 70% to the real thing, but that's just enough to satisfy you, especially because it's way healthier. Okay, I'm just saying. Look, I was able to tell you that off the top of my head because you can make things like that. You could literally use protein powder as a substitute for so many things. You can make so many healthier alternatives. If you love your favorite foods, you don't have to give them up. You could get some like pizza crust or stuff like that, right? If you love pizza, find a way to make it low calorie, fat free cheese, right? You use crap, what was it? Don't try not to use like pepperonis if you can. Try to use like I don't know, something that has more protein is what I'm just trying to say, okay? For the crust, you could use thin crust instead, right? Like there's so many things you could do. You could add egg whites to the crust instead, right? While it's cooking, and that way you can add some insane amount of protein to it as well. You can make like these little like pizza crust like sandwiches. It's insane. If you guys don't know where I'm getting this from, it's also from the top of my head, but also, Greg Doucette's cookbook. It's amazing. Check it out. He's got a lot of good things in there. It really does help. It's expensive, but it does help. I'm just saying.
Dark chocolate covered coconut pieces, which are really, really good, and the brand Good Fields. So I got those from Walmart. Also these in the brand Premium Quality Terry Lynn. They're Greek yogurt almonds. So those are really good as well. Obviously they're not as good as Reese's. I'm obsessed with Reese's. That's like one of my go-to binge foods, or just like if I'm super overeating. These are good, but like I said, not as good as Reese's. So I'm able to have some of these, but they're easier to say no to than ice cream or other delicious chocolates like Dove and stuff. There have been people messaging me saying how they're dietitians or they're nutritionists. People messaging me saying that they're health coaches or that they used to be around my size, and just all this stuff, and people saying how they study psychology and how they want to help me with my weight loss and all this stuff. And there's such a common thing that these people say, and I don't know if I'm using this as an excuse or whatever. I don't want anyone to be like totally upset with me, but 9 times out of 10, possibly 10 times out of 10, but 9 times out of 10, these messages, these people are telling me don't change overnight. It's not gonna happen. Don't even try. And I uploaded a video like 2 days ago saying how like I'm not gonna have fast food anymore and how I'm completely gonna change like my eating. I can't tell you how many people told me don't do that. And I know there's
Because those people are right. You don't need to do that. Nobody needs you to do that. When you're this size, the smallest changes go a long way, okay? Unless you're literally eating like 5 pizzas a day, you don't have to cut out junk food, okay? You can fit it into your calorie allowance for the day. You can do that.
a lot of trolls down in the comments below. I know there's a lot of people thinking I should just eat celery all day, but those people aren't realistic at all. And my battery.
And neither are you if you're trying to change overnight, because you keep trying to use it as an excuse. Because now it's kind of seems like it's the reverse. People are saying don't change overnight, but then it seems like now you wanted to change overnight. What is it? You got to decide.
Is about to die. Why does this happen to me? Ugh. All right, I'm not gonna make this long-winded, but a lot of people told me keep eating out, but eat out less. Don't change your eating habits. And I read almost the whole conversation me and my dietitian had, and people said that my dietitian was right. I had so many people tell me, yes, 2,500 to 3,000 calories is the way to go. And I was being told this by people who have seen dietitians who are my size. I was being told this by life coaches and several different dietitians. And of course there was, possibly a handful of people telling me, just do 1,200 calories. But
And those people are dumb.
That's not realistic. So many people, I can't even, I'm just like amazed with how many people are telling me to keep eating out. I was just like, I feel like I'm being pranked. So after
It's not a prank, okay? You can literally keep eating out. Obviously, it's not preferred, but in order to lose weight, you don't have to stop eating out. You just have to take accountability into your own hands and decide that, okay, if I'm going to go eat out, then I can't have this blank meal or whatever that I was planning on having, because it's probably way more calories than I need for the day. You have to keep yourself accountable. You have to tell yourself no. You have to tell yourself no. If you keep giving into your own cravings, then nothing's going to work. No diet is ever going to work for you. Okay, look. The secret to a diet is that it shouldn't even feel like a diet, all right? You shouldn't feel like you're on one. That's why when you have high protein foods, it doesn't feel really like you're on a diet, because you're eating like basically what you want, right? Lots of chicken. I wouldn't say eat a lot of rice, but rice is pretty good for you, especially if you're weightlifting. You need all that energy. But what I'm trying to say is that all those things have protein. You could eat them, you can enjoy them, and you don't have to sacrifice. For fast food, you do because it's so high in calories. But then you have to take the initiative and tell yourself, okay, I'm not going to eat this or this because I'm having the fast food. But she doesn't seem to understand that concept.
After talking to quite a few people, I have been replying to so many Instagram messages. Holy crap, it's like all I do. After replying to so many of you guys, and I appreciate your guys' advice and support so much, I have decided, you're right. I can't change overnight. It's just not going to happen. And so many people.
Thank God. But, I mean, as we know, having I'm not sure what the word is, but being able to look back, I guess, you know, you can really see that she didn't really take that advice to heart, now did she? I guarantee you she still tried to change overnight, ended up giving up, and now she's just doing mukbangs and said, fuck it, right? And just said, I'm giving up. That's pretty much what it seemed like happened from my point of view, and that sucks, right? Like, everybody was telling her the right thing to do. But if you're not going to listen to what people are saying, then should you even really be on the internet when you're trying to lose weight? Because most people, they're going to tell you the right thing. Obviously, you're going to get some trolls, but a lot of people are actually going to be there to try to help you. Because most people see somebody like Amberlynn Reid, and they're like, oh man, dude, that's so unfortunate. Let's help her so she can be the best version of herself. She shouldn't be comparing herself to other people. Never do that. That's how you end up failing as well. Is if you want to compare yourself to other people and you want to be them, you want to be there, you want to have their body, you're never going to have it. You're only going to be halfway there. Maybe you will have it down the line, but right now that's not going to happen. Compare your body to yourself. Compare yourself to yourself only. You see yourself and you think, I'm noticing these slight changes. That's awesome. Keep going. That's your motivation right there. If you don't see the changes, keep going. It's going to happen. You're going to see it. I know I saw it. Took me a couple months till I started seeing differences. A year until I started seeing actual huge differences. It happens. It takes time. Nobody is telling you change overnight. This shit does not happen overnight. If it took you years to get to that size, it's going to take you years to get off of that size. All right? It's not a crazy concept.
People tell me, why don't you listen to our advice? Why don't you listen to our advice? That's like a quote of the century. So I'm gonna listen to your advice. I just spent the last forever, like it's been probably a good 35 minutes. I've been researching calories on vegetable lo mein. And I am like so happy that I figured out how many calories are in vegetable lo mein, because I am craving it and I'm going to have it and I'm going to count my calories. And I love that you can lose weight eating whatever you want as long as you're under your calories. Like, that's great. And obviously
that is technically true, but it would be a lot harder to do that if the foods that you want to eat are really fucking high in calories. So, like I said before, you just kind of have to decide what you want to sacrifice on, because that is kind of the truth here, is that there is something that needs to be sacrificed. Although maybe down the line, when you're not like overly binge eating, your stomach won't be so stretched out, you won't be so hungry, you won't crave it all the time. But eventually, you are still going to want that food, and it's just what it's going to have to be. You're going to have to decide. Nobody's telling you to do it, but you have to do it for yourself. Because at the end of the day, nobody can lose the weight for you. It's all you.
Obviously, eventually I'm going to lower calories and I'm going to start eating healthier and incorporating healthier foods. It's those small changes. And again, I just want to say thank you to everyone who stood by me, supported me, messaged me, and gave me advice, because I was stuck in such a place where it was true. I only did want to eat celery because I felt so defeated. So here it is. The only reason why I got this is because I was craving it, but Eric always gets this from a restaurant near us, and I've never had it before from there. The restaurant's okay, but he says that this is really good, so I figured I would give it a try. Ooh, it looks good. Tell me I'm not the only one who sometimes eats in their bedroom. So I've eaten quite a bit already, and I think I'm full, y'all.
I've seen this clip before. It was in my other videos, but I guess that'll be it for that one. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. This mentality is probably literally the reason why she's the way she is right now. When you're expecting to change overnight, obviously that's not going to happen, right? And from what I understood, I think it was like 8% of people actually like stayed to the gym or whatever, you know? Like literally nobody is asking you to be your number one version of yourself right now, starting right now, and do it right now. No. Like if anybody's telling you to do that, then they're just bad people. You shouldn't be around those people that expect you to change overnight. You should be around the people that know how this shit happens, how this shit works. You don't want to be around people that are going to fill your fucking mind with stupid thoughts about things that you don't even need to be thinking about. Like, for example, like certain like diets like keto or whatever. Like, yeah, they work, but in truth, it really only is calories in, calories out. You know, eating carbs or not really doesn't have anything to do with if you're losing weight or not. I tried keto when I was first on my weight loss journey. And guess what? I didn't like it. I had no energy. My glycogen stores, gone. Zero. I fucking hated every second of it. It didn't work for me. For others, it works, and that's great. But to me, I don't want to feel like my diet's a diet, and it doesn't. Right now, for me, I'm eating all the foods I want, and I'm doing just fine. Maintenance right now. Maintenance. Perfect. So that's just me. But for somebody like her, that what they were saying 2,500 to 3,000 calories, that is that's perfect. That's the exact calories that I was thinking as well. Because to lose weight at that point where she is, or I guess, yeah, exactly. To lose weight at the point that she is, 2,500 calories is actually pretty much what she needs to be at to lose a bunch of weight. Obviously, eventually she's just going to stop losing weight because that calorie count is too much for her then newer, lower weight body. But over time, after that, she'll realize that her stomach has shrunk and she won't really have as much craving, so it'll be easier to lower the calories even more for somebody like her. It'll be just, it all plays into itself. You just have to devote yourself to the time that you need for your own body. It really is the only truth that there needs to be like present for anybody. That is what it is. And I'm sorry if you don't agree, but I mean, it is just kind of the truth. Literally nobody wants you to be the perfect you right now. Maybe down a couple years, you will be. You won't be, but maybe you'll think you will be. And that's what you need to stop thinking, because you need to think halfway there. But I guess that'll be the end for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm expecting, what is it? Where is it? Chipotle order soon. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching, and that'll be it for this video. I guess leave a comment what you guys think. Let me know, because I mean, this video I think just kind of shows that she kind of just died on that hill, you know, fighting for something that she didn't really believe in herself, and nobody else did. But it is what it is, and it happened. Thank you guys for watching.